Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Street Fighter 6. I am going to do my best to talk you guys through the drive system, through the game mechanics, and go over some Ken stuff, some Ken specific information. This video today is about Ken's run. Ken's run is very different in Street Fighter 6 compared to Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 5, the run was Ken's V skill, which is a universal input across the cast. In Street Fighter 6, he has a specific input for him to get run, and that is just two kick buttons pressed simultaneously. You can see there I did a combination of button presses. I did light kick, heavy kick, I did medium heavy, and I did light medium. Any of those combinations will give you a run. However, the way I have my controller mapped, I have a dedicated 3 punches and a dedicated 3 kicks button. This single button will give me those inputs. If I backdash a bit here, I press R1, my R1 button, you can see on the control pad overlay. My R1 button gives me 3 punches. I can also do 3 kicks, which is mapped to my R2 button. Again, you can see it flashing on the overlay there. And my R2 gives me run. The reason I get run is because the game registers 3 kicks, but the only thing that would come out based on priority, the 3 kicks, would be Ken's run. So that's how I have mapped my pad always in Street Fighter, and by default, given my pad mapping, my R2 button will give me run. So that helps me get the combos with run because I just need to press one button to activate his run. I'll show you this on the controller settings. If I go to edit, control mapping, ignore the information it provides you in terms of the button name, but that is my R1 button on my controller, give me 3 punches, and this is my R2 button and it gives me 3 kicks. So that's the mapping that I've configured, and that's how I get Ken's run in terms of my mapping. Okay, so Ken's run in Street Fighter 6 is more of a, I want to say mix-up tool. It does have various applications, but yeah, it can be used as a mix-up tool. It powers up his special moves except for its fireball, and it can be using combos as well. It is quite critical in combos, but so far I'm not seeing it quite as much in terms of combo usage. Let's look at the mix-up potential. So what can you mix up with this run? So if you run, press light kick, it actually stops Ken. You have to press a button to stop Ken with the run. This is interesting because the run itself is the same animation as Drive Rush. So you can maybe use it as a tool to throw people off when they think you're doing Drive Rush for like Oki and things, but I'm not entirely convinced that's a thing. But it's definitely scary for the opponent pretending to run in and then stop. So there's that. And why this is scary is because if you do medium kick, you get an overhead. So you get the overhead, and heavy kick is a step kick, and that's got good range. It's very hard to punish that as well, I feel. I think it's like -4 or 5 now on block. You've got these options, so yeah, you can pretend to run in and stop. There is a mind game around this. And the overhead, of course, is deadly if you're going to go for, like a meaty overhead to finish a round as well. So there's this that's going on. In terms of your special moves, so heavy punch DP does 1400 damage. If you do run into DP, it ups the damage and you get more hits. You get 5 hits and you get 1700 damage. So combos, you may want to use the run. Rather than doing like Chin Buster, Heavy Punch DP, you'd want to do Chin Buster, Run, Heavy Punch DP. To master this, you have to do the special input as soon as possible after the run. If you delay it, you're going to whiff. You can also use Heavy Kick Tattoo in this situation. And this is good because of the corner carry. I think that's why the Heavy Kick Tattoo will be used a lot in this game, because of the corner carry. That's really nice. And this is meterless, by the way. And another thing to remember is Dragon Lash. If you use Dragon Lash, if you use a regular one, it doesn't really do much. But if you do the Run Dragon Lash, it basically gives you the EX version, the OD version, but without any meter spent. So that's really nice. Like if you want max damage combos, that's a nice way to go into that. So that's cool. So that's how it affects your specials. That's like the mix-up potential. So Ken's combos in Street Fighter 6 with the run revolve around juggle situations. It's heavily used in juggles because of the powered up properties you get off his specials after the run. And there are situations of crouch heavy punch. Essentially, it's punish counter crouch heavy punch, or it's drive rush into crouch heavy punch. If you do that, when you do crouch heavy punch into run stop, you're +7, and that will grant you enough frame advantage to get Chin Buster. Chin Buster is the optimal route to go for in that scenario because you get better follow-ups basically. But that's where the combos are used. Let me show you a few examples now just to explain, visually explain these combos. So Chin Buster is a good one. Chin Buster into run, into DP, into Tatsu, into Dragon Lash is a very obvious choice where you want to use the run. If you get a punish counter, particularly on the stand heavy kick, it gives you like a crush counter type knockback. You can do the run raw after that and pick them up with the heavy punch DP. That's pretty good, that is, if you don't want to spend any meter. That sequence there, that's again stand heavy kick, punish counter, gives you the knockback. But I used drive rush to get in there. I basically did drive rush, stand heavy punch, and I cancelled the stand heavy punch into run, and then I did a follow up. So there I did Dragon Lash, but you could easily do heavy DP again there. But yeah, what's happening there is the drive rush is getting me in. I'm doing stand heavy punch, which is I'm granted juggle potential off of the drive rush stand heavy punch. I'm doing a run off the stand heavy punch, but I'm cancelling the run into a special move. So that's another way the run can be used within a sequence. So Ken's crouch heavy punch, it's very important to learn how to combo crouch heavy punch into Chin Buster. I won't go into too much detail because the combo potential it gets more and more difficult. I think the technique in itself is quite difficult, but in short, basically, where you get a crouch heavy punch and it's either a punish counter or the drive rush has made the crouch heavy punch more plus on hit. So basically, if you do crouch medium kick into crouch heavy punch, because the crouch heavy punch is drive rushed into, I have more frame advantage. What you can do here is you can link that with the run into Chin Buster. So at a very simple level, if I do crouch heavy punch punish counter, if I do run into run stop, you can see there crouch heavy punch, 3 kicks and light kick. See I'm +7 there. I can go into Chin Buster from that scenario. So that medium punch connects there. And that's a bread and butter Ken scenario in this game. It's very important to learn that at a very basic level. If you want to get more complicated, you can do things like crouch heavy punch into run stop. You can do medium punch into drive rush, and then you get another crouch heavy punch, and you can just rinse the same sequence again. So it gets quite complicated when you add those extra layers in, but you must learn this initially. This is the starting block of learning the crouch heavy punch combos. If you want to see this again, but like in a drive rush scenario, if I do crouch medium kick punch counter, that combos with the crouch heavy punch. So I can do the exact same thing here to get a combo. So that there was crouch medium kick into punish counter, crouch medium kick into drive rush, crouch heavy punch cancelled into run cancelled into run stop using light kick, and then doing Chin Buster. So that's how it works. It may sound complicated, it may sound easy, but I will tell you, I find the input quite tricky. Going from run, pressing a button to stop the run, and then doing something else is a little finicky to me. But it's just it's learning. You just need to build the muscle memory, spend a lot of time mastering this, and you'll get it down. But that's how this works. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Any questions or queries, as always, give me a shout, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.